welcome to another edition of Your Chamber at Work, where we focus on business and events from our 14 member communities in and around Haverhill. I'm your host, Beverly Donovan. I'm the president of the Chamber, and with me today we have 4 very special guests. Our first guests today are Greg Cunningham and Jovan Cierletta of Ground Care Landscaping. Ground Care is based in North Andover, but they serve clients in and around the greater Haverhill, greater Merrimack Valley, southern New Hampshire area. So tell me a little bit about Ground Care Landscaping.
So we started the company about 15 years ago, mainly focused on maintenance, snow and ice management, hardscapes for the Merrimack Valley. We travel a little bit further out of the Merrimack Valley for bigger projects and bigger maintenance. But it's been going on for, like I said, 15 years, and it's growing quite fast, and it's been a big year or two for us, which has been very nice, and with all the help from all our clients in the area, and just day by day.
Sure. So a lot of residential and commercial clients. I follow you guys on social media, so I can see. I imagine your list of services is pretty long. What are the services you offer, and why do you choose to offer certain services?
So we try to pick things that we can be good at and successful at. So for instance, we don't do in-house fertilizing. There's a lot of companies who strictly do fertilizing, and they're very good at it. Right. And it allows us to share business with them and bring them in to our clients. So we try to pick a strict setup for what we do so that we can really focus in on those activities. You know, with the maintenance, we've started from the beginning, and that has grown, and we can kind of, train around the specific things that we do in the maintenance division. We can also focus on better equipment because we're strategizing from the beginning what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, as opposed to offering every service available. Hardscapes falls into that same category, which Jovan runs, very well, and even snow and ice, which is a very large part of our business. We try to make sure that the equipment and services that we offer during the summer it can fall right into the snow and landscape season, such as loaders and skid steers and trucks. So we do our best to consolidate what we do so that they can feed off of each other a little bit, but at the same time be able to give back to other businesses. Sure. by bringing them in, and in turn they do the same for us. Any opportunities we bring to them, they tend to throw some opportunities our way.
Great. It's been a long winter for me. I know you guys love it. I see you out there and you post your videos of you out there plowing and doing all kinds of stuff. So what's the best part of a landscaping business in the winter?
I'll speak for this because I think I like snow more than anybody at the company. It's a challenge. For me, it's being out in kind of the worst conditions possible, gaining access for people in and out of their complex, or whether it's a store or a large business. We're the ones who are creating a path for people to get out, for emergency vehicles, all that stuff. It's also instant gratification. Although, it keeps snowing every time after you plow or shovel, there's, at the end of the storm, when that sun comes out and you do your final clearing, it's, 24 hours of madness, and then everything looks beautiful at the end. And now everybody can kind of come into work or come in and out of their home or complex safely, because we've done well. I also like the equipment. I think the equipment in the industry and some of the products have come a long way over the years, and it's nice to see that in utilizing the proper equipment, you can be extremely efficient in snow and ice services. And we do a lot of training in those services. We travel a few times throughout the summer to different conferences for snow, just to learn from not only what the conference has to offer, but there's other companies from around the country that all kind of come together and talk about what they do and how they do it. So we've gained some great contacts throughout the country that are willing to talk to us about how they do things, because they're a little bit further away, right? They're out of our zone. Right. So that's really what I enjoy about it. I mean, there's nothing I don't enjoy. Maybe the long hours.
I don't enjoy the snow. But it was great. Being right next door to Harbor Place, I saw your guys out there all winter long, working on the sidewalks, keeping that driveway clean and doing a great job. So It's noticeable. I mean,
Yeah.
you can definitely tell the difference when you're out there. So it's
Yeah,
great.
we were blessed with that opportunity, and that's Jovan's territory. So he's been managing that from day one.
Yeah.
And it has its challenges because it's all concrete.
Yep.
They've got parking underneath, so there's a snow load that you have to be careful of there. And then you have all the city traffic on the sidewalks. So it is a challenge, but it's been a good one, and they've worked very well with us, the management company in the building,
Yep.
to help us succeed there.
Excellent. Well, spring is just around the corner, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And I know you guys do a lot of visioning with your clients and trying to create outdoor living spaces for them. So maybe tell me a little bit about some of the services you offer there.
Sure, I'll take the lead on that one. Basically, everybody has a vision of what they want to have, the different elements, be it fireplace, pizza oven, just a nice grilling area, or just a place to sit on a solid surface that isn't mushy grass.
Right.
So it's really, nowadays with all the different social media and just the different things, forums online that you can look at, things like Pinterest and so forth, you can, as a homeowner, go out and get many ideas and bring those to the table. So, we know a lot of the different new products that come out every year, and it's every year there's something new. But if you can take that vision that's yours and kind of give us some visuals, we can then go through that with you and figure out what your budget is, what we can and can't do within that, and just get every aspect that we can possibly get into your dreamscape outside for your outdoor living space. Go visit some products, take a look at some things in real life to see what it really looks like, and then get it all set up and done.
Sure. I know propane heaters and so on, you can extend the season on both ends now a
Yeah.
little bit more. So
Yep.
it's great to have that ability to create that outdoor space, and really sort of opens up your house and to the outside.
I would say that's something Jovan's very good at.
Yeah.
I've walked into a lot of our projects that he's led, and I'll walk on and I'll say, where's this stuff going? How are you going to make this work? There's specifically one in Andover at the end of last year that we did, and he had all these boulders, and I said, listen, I know the property. How is this going to work? And he had many meetings with the client just to make sure that everybody was happy with the vision that the client had come up with, and he can just take somebody's idea and really master it. And once he puts it together, at the end, I almost apologized to him. I said, I didn't see this. I didn't understand it. And obviously, I wasn't there from the beginning working with the client, but I was just blown away. Everything was just perfect at the end. The client was very happy, and it's a lot of work, to really take what somebody wants and not fight for what you want. As somebody who has a lot of knowledge in the industry, but he kind of brings both those together and does such an incredible job.
Right. Well, you guys do beautiful work, and I would love for you to share that with our audience. So if you could tell people how to go online and find you, or go on your Facebook pages or social media and take a look at some of your services and products, and people can get some great ideas and perhaps give you a call.
Yeah, I mean, online you can find us at groundcarelandscaping.com. You can Google us, obviously, which is really what happens nowadays. We have a Facebook page as well, Ground Care Landscaping, and that's probably the easiest way to get to us. We have a phone number, 978-688-9800. We'll get you to our office, and then we can help you get to the end from there.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
We're going to take
Thank
a
you.
quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be speaking with Joan Para from Rebuilding Together. And we're back with Joan Para from Rebuilding Together. Rebuilding Together is a nonprofit that focuses on preserving and revitalizing homes and communities, and Joan focuses in and around Haverhill. So Joan, tell me a little bit about Rebuilding Together.
Well, it's pretty exciting this year. It's our 25th year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, very exciting. And I actually have been involved the whole 25 years in various capacities. I've been the director for the last 7 years. But started out the very first year as a volunteer, helping. That time we did a lot of painting. We don't do that now because of lead paint laws. But it was so much fun. It was outside, the weather was great, and I met a lot of nice people and thought, gee, I want to do this again. So what we do is basically free home repairs for low-income homeowners. And the majority of the work is done on one day.
Okay, so are you part of a larger group, a national group, or is this independent? How does it work? Where does funding come from? And
Oh, sure. We are an affiliate of the national organization, Rebuilding Together. Their
Okay.
office is in Washington, D.C., and we're rebuilding together Greater Haverhill so that it does encompass 7 communities. And what was the other question?
funding. How
Funding.
do you
Oh,
get
yes.
your funding?
We do get a lot of community development funding, so hopefully Trump won't get his way and cut our funding, because then I'll be out of a job.
Oh no.
But and we do have a couple of foundations, wonderful foundations in the Greater Haverhill area that also, we apply for grants every year that are very generous. We have a Glow Golf tournament in the fall that we everyone has a wonderful time at that, which is our big fundraiser of the year, but we're always glad to accept donations. The Breakfast Exchange Club just gave us a considerable donation this year, and
nice.
they'll have their group together to help us on National Rebuilding Day.
Great. So tell me a little bit about National Rebuilding Day. How do people get involved? What is the time commitment? What are the skills that are required?
Sure, I'd be happy to tell you about that.
Great.
It is April 29th this year. It's always the last Saturday in April, so that's April 29th. We have a website, rebuildingtogetherhaverhill.org. You can go on there and sign up as a volunteer. Any skill level is welcome. We use every body that walks in the door. Our command center for the day is the Haverhill Elks Lodge on 24 Summer Street. They've been a wonderful partner for the last, almost 18 years or something like that. They cook a wonderful breakfast for everyone. I mean, a big breakfast. You got the whole kit
You're
and
gonna need
caboodle.
it to
Yes,
have the
help our
energy to do all the
volunteers.
work. Yep.
Yes. So they do, and you get your T-shirt and your assignment that day. We recruit skilled contractors who are the house captains for that day for the skilled kind of work, but all volunteers are gratefully accepted. Some people may wash windows or do yard work or whatever else is needed. We're so grateful to all the volunteers every year that come help us out.
It sounds really rewarding too for people. I would think, like, just seeing a product, a finished product, something start to finish, being so beautiful by the time you leave. It's sort of instant gratification, So I think that's kind of an interesting thing. A lot of projects take, especially with construction or home-based projects, take so long, but this is all in one day. So you can see the fruits of your labor right away. Are there age limits to the people that can volunteer?
Yes, you have to be at least 14.
Okay.
And the 14 to 18 would need to be accompanied by parents, and we often do have families that will come
that's
as a
great.
group, which is wonderful. The time, it's up to each individual. We're grateful for any time that people can offer. If you can come for 2 hours, great. If you can come for a whole day. We try to keep the work between probably 6 hours, possibly 8, depending on the size of the project. Some people will be finished with their yard in a couple of hours and they'll say, gee, we want to keep working, can we go somewhere else? So I try to keep a couple of backup yards in mind so that they can keep working if they want. We also serve pizza to people on the job site, and then we always have soda and water and plenty of stuff to rehydrate people. You get a T-shirt, and it is so rewarding. I mean, that's why I've been involved for the whole 25 years, because it's just wonderful. We're helping, the majority of our applicants are seniors, but we do have some disabled people, families with children. We've got the gamut this year. We've got it all. We have families with children, and we have senior citizens. And
How many sites in all will you be?
well, we're hoping to do 14 this year,
Oh,
which is a
wow.
little
Okay.
more than the last couple of years. We've done maybe 9 or 10 the last couple of years, but we're really looking for a good. It's so hard to say no to some people.
Sure.
I mean, it's hard to pick the homes that we're going to do, that we're able to do, and to say no to people, well, You know, you
That's
only
hard.
have so much money and so many volunteers.
Right. Well, I know in the past couple years, the Rebuilding Day has fallen on the same day as Earth Day, but that's not the case this year. So if people are the type that like to get out and do things and maybe be participating in Earth Day, which is the week before, would like to continue their volunteer work or their cleanup work, this is a great way to do that. So you'd have 2 weeks in a row of all hands on deck, so to speak. So I think it's pretty exciting. I'm going to try to get to a project myself this year. I do work on the Earth Day committee, so I kind of get tied up, but I'm excited about this. I think it's going to be a great time and get some good things done, and also looking forward to Glow Golf in the fall.
That is really a lot of fun. Everyone that comes, they come every year because they have so much fun.
Yep, yeah, I hear it.
Yes, yeah, I love hearing people out there on the golf course in the dark with their flashlights laughing and looking for their ball.
Yeah, and it's all for a great cause.
It is, absolutely, absolutely. Yep.
Joan, can you one more time give the address, the website address for people? And also, you do have a Facebook page. I've seen that. So if you would share that, that would be great. And invite people to get in touch.
Yep. Please sign up on rebuildingtogetherhaverhill.org is our website. Yes, we do have a Facebook page as well. Our email is rthaverhill@outlook.com. Our phone number is 978-469-0800.
Excellent.
Please
well,
sign up.
Thank you so much for coming out today. It's a great organization. Glad we could highlight it. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, I will have John Guerin, my trustee membership director over at the Chamber, come and talk about the Haverhill Visitor Guide for 2017. Welcome back. Today we have with us John Guerin, our membership director, and he's going to talk a little bit about the new Haverhill Visitor Guide. This will be our second edition. It actually is one of my favorite projects because we get to highlight some of the really great things to do and see in and around Haverhill. Last year was a huge success, and so looking forward to doing it all over again. Yeah.
And
Tell us a little bit about it.
there's great interest in the 2017 edition, Beverly. This is the visitor guide, as you see. This is the 2016 guide. We are currently preparing the 2017 guide, and there's, as I said, a great amount of interest, and people can become a part of the guide by the end of March, early April, because we want to get the guide out in the spring.
Yep.
In the late spring to to serve all the people who will be visiting the greater Haverhill area for whatever reason.
Great. I know we do that through a grant and in partnership with the North of Boston Convention and Visitors Bureau. And the reason we do that is because we don't want to just keep all these things to ourselves here in Haverhill. We want to share that. So where does that guide go?
Well, this guide goes in many different places, from north of Boston all the way to Freeport, Maine. And it goes up along the Amtrak rail corridor where the Downeaster runs from Freeport to Boston. And it's in all various public institutions such as libraries, town halls, city halls. It's at information areas. It is in businesses, particularly local businesses. And it's a great resource. In fact, it's the primary resource. Nobody else does a visitor guide. Your Greater Haverhill Chamber of Commerce does do the visitor guide. And you know, for years we talked about Haverhill and Greater Haverhill area being a hidden jewel. Well, no more. We need to tout the fact that this is a wonderful place with so much to do. To visit, festivals and events. We talk about cultural treasures, places to eat, shop, and play. It's all right here.
Excellent, excellent. We also have those in the chamber office, so if anybody wants to stop by, they can certainly do that. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, most days, unless there's a snow day or a big event. Or they can call and we'll mail one out to them.
Absolutely.
So maybe give a little more information on that and some of the other things they could find when they come in, and
And people are always requesting visitor guides and also our chamber directory, which includes all of our members, and they're categorized into various disciplines and business categories. We have many nonprofits that we also serve. So for our nearly 500 members, it's a great resource for people who need referrals. Perhaps they're relocating to the area.
That's a big one.
They are visiting for weddings. We put together information for wedding bags for brides and grooms who are getting ready to take the plunge, and we're there to help you. So we do get a lot of requests for these. We're always sending them out, or people are always stopping by to pick them up.
In fact, we almost ran out this year.
We did.
Yeah.
I've been in preparing it and visiting with local businesses. It's been sometimes a stretch to find a few to bring out to show people, because
Yeah.
we printed, 10,000?
Yeah.
And they're just about gone. They go like hotcakes. And this edition, the 2017 edition, we're printing 15,000. And we expect those well, I don't want to say sell out, but we
'Cause they're
expect
free.
to be fully distributed as well. These are free, by the way.
And you don't have to be a chamber member to put an ad in the guide.
That's correct.
Right.
That's correct. You could be a member or a non-member. There is a benefit to being a member, obviously, and that's the pricing is more favorable for your ad rates.
Sure, yeah.
But I have ad rates available and ad sizes available that we can send to anybody who wishes to have one. We've been out in the communities and speaking with various businesses about this, and they can reach me at john@haverhillchamber.com. Or give the chamber a call at 978-373-5663, and it's just that simple. Just let us know, and we can
let us know.
get you hooked up with an ad. You can see it's full color. There's a map of cultural treasures. There's a map of businesses. There's transportation resources. There are lists of places to eat and play. And
Yep. I especially like that there's a parking map. I know we hear people
Yes.
say, we don't know, parking downtown is hard. And actually, if you stop by and pick up one of these guides, it delineates or shows you where all the parking lots are. So if you are visiting, it's very easy to figure out, how to get around downtown. There's a little map right there that you have.
you just look for the famous blue circle with the white P in the middle.
That's
and,
right.
And there they all are, and you can see
Yep.
there's quite a bit of parking
Yep.
in the downtown
So
now.
you don't have to be a visitor from out of town. You can be a visitor from right here within Haverhill and get a lot of information from this guide.
This gets great local consumption as well,
Yeah.
and plus it's online. So,
Yes.
Lord knows how many people are accessing this online as well.
Right.
And, people who've lived here for many, many years still may not have visited the cultural treasures, or may not know about them, or may not know about the many parks and recreation areas that are in the city. It's a
Absolutely.
large city. It's 36 plus square miles.
Yep.
And it's just chock full of hidden gems that we do not want hidden any longer.
That's right.
We want you to know about them.
We do. Well, thank you, John. Thanks for coming out and talking a little bit about the guide. Again, if anybody is interested in seeing the guide online or getting more information about the chamber, you can go to www.haverhillchamber.com. You can find us on Facebook under Greater Haverhill Chamber of Commerce. And you are always welcome to call us. Our number is 978-373-5663, or stop by. We're right on 80 Merrimack Street, up on the second floor, and we are open from 9 to 4 most days, and we'd love to see you.
Well, thank you very much for having me on today, Beverly.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for joining us for another episode of Your Chamber at Work.